Hey beautiful yogis, welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. Today I have my beautiful friend Sam assisting me teach you a level 1 beginner's practice. Now all you'll need is yourself, your yoga mat. You may like to use a strap or a towel for this practice, but it's not essential. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so finding a comfortable seat. If you can feel in your body that you need to lie down for this opening part of the practice, then please lie down. Essentially, you just want to be really, really comfortable to simply focus in on the breath. Alright, so closing the eyes wherever you are, whether you're sitting or whether you're lying down. And just simply start to feel the breath being received in the body. So the gentle rise of the breath in at the belly, at the chest. And the soft fall of the breath on the exhale. Feeling the belly soften, feeling the heart gently draw in. And just at first, not controlling the breath, not needing to constrict the breath. Just simply feel into that natural rhythm. However subtle, however soft. And starting to see if you can lengthen the breath slightly. Making the inhales a little bit longer. And the exhales a little bit longer. So starting to lengthen the breath. And here, if you haven't practiced Ujjayi before, start to close the lips and begin to breathe in and out of the nose. Again, staying with that long, slow breath in and slow, steady breath out. And with Ujjayi, begin to start to constrict the muscles at the back of the throat with every out-breath. Almost like there's a subtle hiss with the exhale. Or you can even think of it as Darth Vader breathing. It's just subtle. And this subtle sound breath will be your anchor throughout practice. So I will guide, I will instruct the count of breath or even length of breath. But don't worry if you lose the count. Don't worry if you don't stay with the rhythm of a breath in and then a movement. Just making sure that the practice feels good in your body, making sure that you're breathing in sync to your own rhythm. Now together, when you feel ready, we'll bring the hands into prayer. Those who are lying down, just placing the hands onto the heart. And here we'll open the practice, we'll open the space with one chant of Om. So take a smooth breath in And let this one go out the mouth. Empty the breath. And then big breath in to prepare. Soft inhale. Slow, steady exhale. Gentle bow. Now you can sit here or you can stay lying down for as long as you need. Otherwise, just starting to release the hands, gently shifting your weight forward as you come off your props or rolling over to one side if you're lying down. And we'll make our way into a child's pose. So turn this way towards the window, Sam. That's it. So bringing the big toes to touch, knees as wide as the mat. And if this is too much for the groin already, then you can bring the knees a little closer in. Now coming up onto the fingertips with the hands, fingertips. So essentially the elbows are off the mat. And feel how the armpits start to hollow. Now take a big breath in to the mid-back. And then as you exhale, feel the sit bones ground even more towards the heels. So think of lines of energy from the crown of the head to the sit bones. Imagine them moving in opposite directions. So you're thinking lots and lots of length. Now staying on the fingertips, start to walk both hands towards the right side of the mat. As far as you can. Both hands, that's it. Keeping the left sit bone grounded towards the left heel. Taking that big breath into the left side body, left lung. Long, smooth out breath. Feel the heart melt a little bit closer towards the mat, but still not allowing the elbows to touch the mat. And again, big breath into the left side body. Long out breath, still feeling the shins ground, still feeling the feet heavy. And again, last one, big breath in. Long, slow breath out. Now starting to walk the hands towards the other side. So taking your time, walking the hands into center, and then now over towards the left side. Good. Right sit bone grounds down now towards the right heel. And again, keeping the hollowing out through the armpits as you take that big breath in into the right side body. Long, slow breath out. Keep pressing down into the fingertips and moving the sit bones back as far as you can. And again, big breath into the right side. Long breath out. Last one, full inhale. Slow, steady exhale. And then walking the hands back into center as you breathe in. Gently walk the fingertips in underneath the shoulders as you peel yourself up. Good. Now here we'll shift into our tabletop position. So bringing the hands forward as you shift the shoulders forward. So the shoulders are right on top of the wrists, knees underneath the hips. And then here, just really feeling into this shape. So spreading through the fingers, grounding down through the palms. Now in yoga, our hands are really, really important. We tend to kind of miss the hands and we're just thinking about all the shapes that we're doing, the crazy shapes. And really the hands are our foundations. You want to make sure the fingers are spreading out wide always. We're gripping the ground with the fingertips. So it's almost like the hands are little suction pads, grabbing the ground. That's it, nice, Sam. And then here, keep the elbows soft and start to round the upper back. Round, round, round. That's it. Contain the low belly, so draw everything in. Now here, take a breath in, extend the right leg back, ball the foot down to the mat. Good. And now here, just press into the heel. Find that nice opening through the back side of the body, back chain. Big breath in. Long breath out. Starting to open up through the calf a little bit more. Getting some flexibility in the ankles already before we even go into down dog. One more in breath. Lowering the right knee down to the mat, switch sides on the out breath. Extending the left leg back, ball the foot stays on the mat, left knee off the mat, and then really press back through the heel, but keep the shoulders right on top of the wrist. So don't move the shoulders. And again, working that left heel down towards the mat. So you're really stretching through the calf, finding that little bit more flexibility through the feet. Last breath in, lower the left knee down to the mat, breath out. Good. Now here, let the belly drop, send the sit bones back, pull the heart forward. Imagine like you're dragging the hands towards the knees. Breathe in. Exhale, chin to chest, start to round the spine, curl in, press down into the shins, round. And again, big breath in, sit bones back, heart drops or heart moves forward, belly drops. Exhale, round, curl in, chin to chest, press the earth away. Imagine like your sit bones are going to the backs of the knees. We'll do one more big in breath to open the heart. Looking forwards. Exhale to round, curl in. Beautiful. Now keep this rounding, but send your gaze forward. Keep the softness in the elbows. Tuck the toes under. Take a breath in. As you exhale, pick the knees off the mat. You can keep the knees bent. Send your hips up towards the sky and then press your chest towards the thighs. So this is downward facing dog. Now here, you'll start to feel like you really want to stretch out through the legs and straighten out through the legs. But essentially, if you go super straight with your legs, Sam, find a rounding in your back. Now, we don't want the back to round like this. Say if you really press the heels down and you find that rounding in your back, then forget about the legs and just bend the knees and really work the chest towards the thighs. So we're making sure that the spine stays nice and long, all right? That is what we want, spine nice and long. So spine over the legs. Keeping the elbows soft, hug the thumbs in. Take a big breath in, send the sit bones back even more. Long breath out, keep pressing down into the palms. Take a smooth inhale. Slow, steady exhale. One more big breath in. Start to lower the knees down to the mat, breath out. Well done. Sit bones back towards the heels, tops of the feet ground, come back to your child's pose. This time you can start to lower the palms down, press down into the palms, keep the fingers spreading wide, and imagine like you're gently dragging the hands in towards the knees, but don't actually move the hands. Take a big breath into the back body. Long, slow breath out. All right, big breath into the back body. Long, slow breath out. Now gently sending your gaze forward between your thumbs, take an inhale. Walk the fingertips back in, so they're right underneath the shoulders, and then peel yourself back up. Good, beautiful. Now breath in, start to lift your hips away from the sit bones, come up onto your knees. Bring your hands to pray at your heart and your breath out. Take a big in breath. Now, little step forward, step the right foot forwards on your out breath. Little step. Good, well done. Now, lift the heart that little bit higher. Inhale. Start to take a twist on your exhale. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Good. Now make sure the right knee will want to knock in. So use that resistance, really draw that right hip back, pressing the right knee into the right elbow. Now you can see Sam's making sure that that left hip is drawing back. So don't allow the left hip to go along with the right. Keep moving it back and take the twist from the navel. So big in-breath, more length, more space. Exhale, twist that little bit deeper, long out-breath. And again, breath in, more length. Exhale, twist deeper, long breath out. Now press down into the right heel, come back to center, hands to prayer at the heart, take an inhale. Strong, 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 good. As you exhale, release the fingertips down either side of the front foot. Come up onto the fingertips, look forwards, breathe in. Gently walk the fingertips back as you straighten out through the right leg on the breath out. Walk the fingertips back slow. Now you can bend the right knee as much as you need, especially if you're feeling quite tight in the hamstrings today. Right knee can be bent, but just start to feel the opening through the back of the leg. So really press into the ball of the foot. Come up a little higher on the fingertips. Take an inhale, look forwards, shoulders down the back. Soften the elbows, exhale, fold in slightly, even if it's just a gentle bend, gentle folding in. And again, 2 more. Up onto the fingertips, big in-breath, draw the right hip back. Soften the elbows, fold in, long out-breath. Good. And again, once more, big breath in, lots of length, lots of space. Exhale, fold, long breath out. Come back up, big in-breath. Deeply bend into the right knee on the out-breath. Walk the fingertips forwards. Tuck the toes under of the left foot. Pick the left knee off the mat as you breathe in. Now, big step forward. You can do a couple steps. We'll step the left foot to meet the right. Good. So even if it takes you a couple steps to get to the top, that's okay. Heel toe the feet hips distance. Keep the knees nice and soft, really working the fingertips down to the mat so you can bend your knees as much as you need. Here, we'll slide the hands up to the shins and take a big breath in, flat back, look forwards. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need, start to bring the hands back down to the mat. And again, 2 more, hands to shins, big in-breath, heart forward, sit bones back. Knees soft, forward fold, long out-breath, spine long. Last one, big breath in. Slide the hands up towards the shins. Forward fold, long breath out. Now bending the knees, bringing the weight to the heels, press down into the heels as you slowly roll all the way up to standing, vertebra by vertebra, super slow, take your time. Good. Bringing the shoulders up towards the ears, take a big breath in. Melt the shoulders down the back, heart open on the breath out. Now pressing down to the feet, sweep the arms up overhead, take a big in-breath. Lowering the left arm down, lean over towards the left on the out-breath, pressing down into the right foot. Good. Back to center, left arm up, big in-breath. Now lower the right arm down, little lean over towards the right, long out-breath. Back up, right arm up, big breath in. Bending the knees, hinging at the hips, forward fold, long breath out. That's it. Hands to shins, big in-breath, look forwards. Plant the hands down, step the left foot back. Good. Lower the left knee down. Come up onto the fingertips, breathe in, look forwards, open through the collarbones. As you exhale, step the right foot back, child's pose. Yes, big toes to touch, sit bones to heels. Beautiful. Big breath in, look forwards between the thumbs. As you exhale, track the elbows in towards the body as you start to slide all the way onto your belly. So sliding all the way down, elbows hug into the side body. That's it, palms either side of the chest. Now press the tops of the feet down, spread the toes of the feet. Hands either side of the chest even more, so slide the hands a little bit further back, Sam, that's it. Now roll the shoulders, take a big breath in and just simply lift the heart, so don't go too high. Keep the low back long, keep the pubic bone pressing down. Exhale, start to lower the chest down. Start to move your gaze back down towards the mat. And we'll do 2 more. Big breath in, roll the shoulders, press the pubic bone down, drag the hands back towards the feet. Lots of length through the low back. Exhale, lower down with control. Good, last one. Big breath in, rolling the shoulders, lifting the heart, send the gaze forward, but keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Tuck the toes under, breathe in. Press your sit bones back towards your heels on the breath out. Good. Walk your hands back in underneath the shoulders. Press down to the fingertips, peel yourself up. Press into the shins, start to lift your hips away from the sit bones, hands to pray at the heart. Take a big breath in. Stay, soften the shoulders, long breath out, draw the front ribs in. Now, little step now with the left foot. So left leg steps forwards, good. And again, inhale, heart lifts higher. Now twist to the left as you exhale. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And again, notice how that left knee wants to track inwards. Keep pressing down firmly into the heel. Keep pressing down to the ball of the foot. Make sure your foundation is really stable with the feet. So not allowing the knee to track in. Keep drawing the left hip back. Now more length on your breath in. Think crown of the head forwards. As you exhale, get that little bit deeper into the twist. So think twisting from the navel. And again, big in breath, more length, more length. Moving right rib cage over towards the left, long out breath. Last breath in. Press down into the left foot. Bring the hands back to the center on the breath out. Back to the center. Well done. That's a hard one. Take an in breath. Fingertips down to the mat on the out breath. Come up onto the fingertips even higher. Find a little bit more height, more length. And then as you exhale, walk the hands back now. Start to straighten out through the left leg. Good. And again, you can keep the left knee as bent as you need, pressing through the ball of the foot. So lots of energy with that left leg. Come up higher on the fingertips. Think more length through the left side body. And then as you exhale, soften the elbows and fold in. And again, 2 more. Big breath in, lots of length, lots of space. Exhale, soften the elbows as you fold. Last one, big breath in. Folding in, long breath out. Halfway lift in breath. Walk the hands forward, bend deeply into the left knee on the out breath. Yes. Tuck the toes under of the right foot, inhale. Pick the right knee off the mat as you exhale. Take an in breath. Now again, we'll step the right foot to meet the left. It might take a couple steps or one big step. Nice, Sam. Again, feet hips distance, so bring the feet a little wider. Softness in the knees. Slide the hands up to the shins. Big breath in. Exhale, ground through the heels, forward fold, long breath out. Now just one more. Hands to shins, big in breath. Knees soft, fold in, long out breath. Bend the knees slightly, bring the weight to the heels. This time we'll go a little faster. Press down, start to rise up. Arms sweep up overhead. Bend the knees as much as you need. Exhale, lower the right arm down, little lean over towards the right. Press down into the left foot. Little side body opening. Right arm up, back to center, breath in. Switch it, lower the left arm down, little lean over towards the left, breath out. Back to center, big in breath. Knees soft, forward fold, sit bones back, long out breath. Hands to shins, big breath in. This time planting the palms down, we'll step the right foot back, lower the right knee down to the mat, breath out. Come up onto the fingertips, look forwards, inhale. Step the left foot back to meet the right child's pose, exhale. Keep the arms long, extended. Look forwards between the thumbs, breathe in. Snake onto the belly on the breath out, snake onto the belly. So use your strength of the biceps as you hug everything in to lower down. Tops of the feet ground, spread the toes. And again, hands right underneath the elbow tips, roll the shoulders, big breath in, lift the heart. You're not going to go very high, just lots of length through the low back. Exhale, lower down with control. And again, 2 more. Big breath in, rolling the shoulders, press the pubic bone down, squeeze the inner thighs in. Exhale to lower. Last one, smooth breath in, cobra pose to rise. Exhale, lowering down. Take an in breath. Press the earth away, sit bones to the heels on the out breath. Smooth inhale. Long, steady exhale. Now, tucking the toes under, breathe in. Shift your shoulders slightly forwards, downward facing dog. We'll pick the knees off the mat, send the hips high on your breath out. Good. Now, knees can be as soft as you need. Take a big inhale, rise up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Start to tiptoe to the top of the mat. So start to walk the feet to the top. Again, bending your knees as much as you need. You can come up onto the fingertips if you need. Hands to shins, big breath in, look forwards. Exhale, knees soft, forward fold. Ground down through the heels, come all the way up to standing, big breath in. Think sit bones to heels as the arms sweep up overhead. I'm going to go a little faster now and flow. Forward fold, long breath out. Knees bent, sit bones back. Hands to shins, big breath in, look forwards. Exhale, bring the hands down, step the right foot back. Release the right knee down to the mat. You're nearly coming off the mat there. Now making sure that the left knee is right on top of the heel. Come up onto the fingertips, breathe in. Look forwards. Now option to stay here or hands onto the thigh on your breath out. Option to stay here or sweep the arms up overhead. Take a big in-breath. Hold, long out breath. And again, one more big breath in, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, wherever you are, bring the hands back down to the mat on the breath out. Look forwards on the fingertips, breath in. Step the left foot back to meet the right child's pose, breath out. Look forwards between the thumbs, inhale. Snake onto the belly as you exhale. So dragging the hands back as you lower down. Tops of feet ground. Roll the shoulders. Just one cobra pose. Big breath in. Heart lifts. Lower down. Long breath out. Tuck the toes under. Breathe in. Sit bones back towards the heels. Breath out. Take an in-breath here. Shift the shoulders slightly forward. Pick the knees off the mat. Downward facing dog on your out-breath. Taking your time. Good. And again, lots of pressing down into the palms. Lots of energy in the hands, essentially. Now rising up onto the balls of the feet. Inhale. Deep bend into the knees. Look forwards on your exhale. And again, start to walk towards the top of the mat. Take your time. That's it. Hands to shins, big breath in, look forwards. Forward fold, long breath out. Press down into the feet, come all the way up to standing, big in breath, knees bend. Think sit bones to heels, arms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold, long breath out, folding back down. Halfway lift, hands to shins, big in breath. This time we step the left foot back, release the left knee down to the mat on the out breath. Come up onto the fingertips, big breath in. Now making sure that the right knee is right on top of the heel on the breath out. You can choose to stay here on the fingertips or pressing down to the heel, place the hands onto the right thigh, not on the knee joint, so above the knee, so on the thigh, that's it. Option to stay here or next breath in, sweep the arms up overhead. Wherever you are, stay on the breath out, let the energy settle. And again, smooth in breath, find more length, more space. Long, slow out breath. Last breath in. Hands down to the mat, long breath out. Come up onto the fingertips, inhale, look forwards. Stepping the right foot back to meet the left child's pose on your exhale. Now stay here, big breath in. Long, slow breath out. All right, then looking between the thumbs again, inhale. Once again, sliding onto the belly as you exhale, slow. Good. Now this time, bring the arms alongside the body, turn the palms up. Now really we're starting to work the back chain of the body, start to strengthen the back chain. So press down through the tops of the feet like we always do, spread the toes like we always do. But this time as you roll the shoulders and start to lift the heart off the mat, that's it, take a breath in, start to lift. Keep pressing the backs of the hands down. Now start to think about the shoulder blades coming together and down the back. Lots of opening across the chest, but still keeping the length through the low back. So you're not going to lift so high. It's just really working to strengthen the back. And then stay with that even and smooth breath here. See if you can find a little bit more length through the crown of the head with every inhale. And keep pressing down with the backs of the hands, with the feet, with the pubic bone, with every exhale. Last big breath in. You're doing really well. Slide the hands either side of the chest, lower down, long breath out. Good. Tuck the toes under, inhale. Sit bones back towards the heels as you exhale. Press the earth away. Good. Start to shift the shoulders forward, tuck the toes under, breathe in. Come back to your downward facing dog on your breath out. Again, knees bent as much as you need, working the chest towards the thighs, pressing down to the palms, and keep the elbows soft, especially if you're hypermobile like me. Elbows bent and thumbs hug in. Now rising up onto the balls of the feet, inhale. Bend your knees, look forwards as you exhale. Again, start to tiptoe to the top of the mat. Take your time, feet hips distance, or big toes to touch, you choose. Hands to shins, big breath in, look forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Press down to the feet, rise all the way up to standing, big in breath. This time, hands to pray at the heart on the out breath. Placing the hands onto the hips. If you haven't already, heel toe the feet, hips distance. Good. How you feeling? Good. All right, so moving into warrior one. So keeping the feet hips distance, just start to simply slide the right foot back, but making sure the right heel can come down to the mat. So the right toes are pointing to about 2 o'clock. Now notice here the hips want to move over towards the right as well, but make sure that the hip points, the front of the hip points are pointing forwards. That's it. Now any stuff going on with the low back, you may want to stay up onto the ball of the right foot. Now here, take a big breath in. Start to bend into your left knee on the breath out, but make sure that the left knee doesn't track over the heel. So for some of us, the stance may be a little longer. We may want to go a little longer with the stance. You can think like legs distance, but for others, we might want to be a little shorter with our warrior one, and that's okay. So keep pressing down into the back foot if the heel is grounded. Keep the squeezing up of that right knee and the left hip drawing back. Now you can stay with your hands on your hips, especially if there's anything going on with the shoulders, or start to sweep the arms up overhead. Take a big in-breath. Stay, keep the front ribs drawing in, long out-breath. And again, big breath in, lots of length. Maybe sink a little bit deeper into that front knee on the breath out, but keep that back heel grounded. And again, smooth inhale. Long, slow exhale. Last breath in. Hands back to the hips on your breath out. Now big breath in. Big step forward, step the right foot to meet the left on the breath out. Press off the back foot, well done. And again, heel toe the feet hips distance. You love the feet together. All right. Now we'll start to do the left side. So sliding the left foot back. And again, you can choose to be on the ball of the left foot or lowering the left heel down. So now you're thinking about 10 or 11 o'clock. Right hip pulls back. Then really press down into the back foot. Doesn't matter if you're on the ball of the foot or heel down. Imagine like you're spreading the mat out wide. Take a big in-breath. Now you can start to bend into the front knee on the out-breath. Option to stay here, hands on the hips, or sweep the arms up overhead, breath in. Stay, front ribs draw in, long breath out. And again, smooth in breath. Stay really grounded through the feet, long out breath. Once more, big breath in. Hands back to the hips, long breath out. Take an in-breath. And then big step forward, left foot meets the right on the out-breath. Well done. Good. Now we'll turn to face the camera, but you can turn to stay exactly as you are at the top of the mat. We'll now bring the big toes to touch. Hands to pray at the heart. Now start to find a gaze, a point that doesn't move. Keeping your gaze here. In yoga, we call this drishti. So staying with your drishti, pressing the palms together, so soften the shoulders down the back. Take a big breath in, bring the weight over towards the left foot, start to hover the right foot off the mat on the breath out. Good. Now here you can choose, as you start to open the right knee out wide, you can place the heel onto the left foot, or you can place the right foot onto the left shin, or you can grab a hold of the ankle and place it to the left inner thigh. You choose. Wherever you choose to be, I'll place mine on the foot, just making sure that that left hip is hugging in. Hands at prayer, soften the shoulders down. Stay with that gaze. With every in-breath, can you grow that little bit taller, pressing down into that left heel more? Every out-breath, soften the shoulders more. You can choose to stay here, or for more of a challenge, sweep the arms up overhead, take an in-breath. Good. Stay on the out-breath. Keep that hugging in of that left hip. Smooth inhale. Long, slow exhale. Big breath in. Everyone hands to prayer at their heart on the breath out. Start to gently bend into the left knee. Start to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Take an inhale. Lower the right foot down to the mat on your exhale. All right. Now starting to switch sides. So again, find your gaze, bring the weight over towards the right foot now. Remember, we're not mirroring you, so we're doing our right, we're bringing the weight to the right leg as well. So picking the left foot off the mat, hover. And again, you can place the left foot onto the right foot, or foot to shin, or grab a hold of the foot and place it to the inner thigh of the right. And then again, hug in with that right hip. Squeeze everything into the midline, grow a little bit taller, and then find more softness now. So soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. Smooth in, breath in. Ground more into the right heel, long breath out. Maybe you choose to stay here, or more challenging, sweep the arms up overhead, big in breath. Stay, contain the front line of the body, long out breath. Big breath in. Long breath out. Last inhale. Hands to prayer at the heart. Start to soften into the right knee, little bend. Draw the left knee back in towards the chest as you exhale. Good. Lower the left foot down with control. Come back to the top of the mat, Sam. Well done. Big toes to touch. Heels slightly apart. Press down into the feet. Sweep the arms up overhead. Big breath in. Knees soft, forward fold, long breath out. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms down, step the right foot back. Right knee down to the mat. Arms sweep up overhead or stay on the fingertips, breath in. Woo! We got it! Hands to prayer at the heart, breath out. Stay, inhale. Hands back down to the mat, exhale. Come up onto the fingertips, breathe in. Walk the hands back, straightening out through the left leg once again, breath out. On the fingertips, more length, more space, inhale. Soften the elbows, fold in, exhale. Come up onto the fingertips, breath in. Walk the hands forward, bend back into that left knee on the breath out. Step the left foot back to meet the right foot. Take an in-breath, child's pose, sit bones to the heels on the out-breath. Look forwards between the thumbs, inhale. Snake onto the belly, exhale. Now this time, we'll extend our left arm out towards the left, stay on the right fingertips, starting to gently roll onto the left shoulder, lower the left ear down. So here you can choose to bend both knees, start to stack the knees, start to stack the hips. Yeah, so you're going to go this way. So start to roll, or bending into the right knee, stepping the right foot over the left leg. Big breath in. Press firmly down into the left palm on the breath out. Smooth in breath. Long, slow out breath. And then taking your time super slow, starting to extend both legs back, or starting to just bring your right knee back in, extend your right leg, come back to center, slide your left fingertips back in. Now we'll switch it, extend your right arm out towards the right. So palm pressing down, starting to roll onto the right shoulder, right ear down. Any stuff going on with the low back. Again, you can bend both knees and making sure that the hips are stacked. Smooth in breath. Slow, steady out breath. So really breathing into that right shoulder. Keep the pressing down, keeping the opening through the right shoulder. Another breath in. And then gently coming back to center on the breath out. Slow, slow. Taking your time. Slide the right hand back in. Inhale. Tuck the toes under. Press the sit bones back to the heels as you exhale. Well done. Slide the hands a little bit further back. We'll tuck the toes under. We'll come back to downward facing dog. Rising up onto the balls of the feet, breathing in. Bending the knees, looking forwards on your breath out. Tiptoeing to the top of the mat once again. This will be the last time that we come up to standing. Pressing down to the feet, hands to shins. Big breath in, look forwards. Exhale, knees soft, forward fold. Ground down, start to rise up, big in breath, all the way up to standing. Straight back down to the mat, long out breath, forward fold. Halfway lift to lengthen, breathe in. Stepping now the left foot back, release the left knee down to the mat, breath out. You can stay up onto the fingertips or sweep the arms up overhead, press down to the right heel, breath in, yes. Hands to prayer at the heart, breath out. Take another in-breath, fingertips down to the mat on the out-breath. Look forwards, inhale, walk the hands back, straightening out through the right leg. Once again, exhale. Hands underneath the shoulders, big breath in, look forward, straighten through the arms. Exhale, soften the elbows as you fold. Once more, big in-breath, fold in long out-breath. Looking forwards, breathing in. Bend deeply into the right knee, plant the foot down on your breath out. Take an inhale here. Stepping the right foot back, child's pose as you exhale. Well done. Smooth in-breath in, feeling the back ribs, side ribs expand. Long, slow out-breath. Feel the sit bones move even closer towards the heels, really allowing the energy to settle. And when you feel ready, walking the hands back in and underneath the shoulders, peeling yourself up. Good. Now we'll move the hips over to one side as you send the legs to the front of the room, and then Sam, just turn to face camera again. Yeah. Beautiful. So here, bending both knees, planting the feet down to the mat. We'll start to take the left hand, bring it underneath the left leg, grab a hold of the right foot, and start to bring the right foot across the body. And then it's almost like you're taking a cross-legged seat. Your heel toe, your right foot out towards the left. So you want to work your shins in line with one another, your feet in line with the knees. Now, if you're feeling pretty tight in the hips, it will look a little something like this. You might have blocks that you want to put underneath the knees, or just being really gentle with yourself. You can place your hands onto your knees. Think of your sit bones drawing back, heart moving forwards. Take a big in-breath. Soften the elbows as you gently hinge at the hips and fold in on your out-breath. And again, big breath in, think lots of length, lots of space. Lift the heart slightly. Exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper. Maybe the fingertips can come down to the mat. And again, once more, inhale, rise, grow taller in the spine. Exhale, fold in. Good. Now, big breath in, look forwards, lots of length. Exhale, walk the hands back in, and just simply switch legs. Switching sides. That's it. Making sure you're spreading through the toes, lots of energy with the feet. And again, feet in line with the knees. Again, you can hold onto the knees if you need. Sit bones back, heart forwards, take a big inhale. Gently hinge at the hips, fold in, long exhale. You might even just go halfway. And again, breathe in. Fold in deeper, long breath out. Smooth in breath. Fold in, long out breath. Peeling back up, breath in. Walk the hands back in on the breath out. Good. Gently bring the fingertips behind you, extending your legs out long. Well done. Now you can bend the knees again. Really thinking about the sit bones moving back. Come up onto the fingertips here. Now you might choose to stay exactly as you are. You might have a strap or a towel that you'd like to bring around the balls of the feet, grabbing a hold of your strap or towel. Or we'll just start to gently walk the fingertips forward, keep the length in the low back. That's it, go about here. And then big breath in. Soften the elbows, fold in, long breath out. Paschimottanasana. You can allow the head to be heavy, but still keep the length through the low back. Keeping the feet active. Big breath in. Again, lots of length. Fold in a little bit deeper on the breath out, a little bit deeper. Once more, smooth in breath. Fold in, long out breath. Back up, breath in. Walk the hands back in on your breath out. Now we'll come to lie down onto your back. So nice and slow, just take your time. You can turn back this way. Yeah. As we lie down onto our back, start to hug the knees in towards the chest. Oh, I like it, Sam. Draw the knees in. And then just little rocks from side to side. So a little massage for the low back. Keeping the shoulders drawing down, keep the heart open. Good. This is the part. Open the arms out wide. Take a big breath in. Start to lower the knees down towards the left on the breath out. The hips can move a little bit over towards the right. So if you want to plant the feet down first, Sam's planting the feet down first, then moving the hips. You can do that. So palms open. So we can really allow the shoulders to draw down. Breathing into that open space of the heart. And then allowing the bones to be heavy on the breath out. So we found the alignment of stacking the knees, stacking the hips. So just let everything be heavy on the exhale. Two more. Big breath in. Long, slow breath out. Last one, take an in breath. On the exhale, we'll gently draw the knees back in towards the chest. On the out breath, slow. See if you can use your low belly. Well done, well done. And then again, gently dropping the feet down. Just for a moment as you move the sit bones slightly over towards the left and then lower the knees down towards the right. Yes. And now breathing into the left side body, left lung. And again, letting everything be heavy on the exhale. Smooth breath in. Long breath out. Last in breath. Using the low belly, gently draw the knees in towards the chest on the out-breath. Hugging the knees in. And then just taking a moment, keeping the low back grounding down onto the mat, just starting to open the knees out wide. So thinking tailbone moving towards the front of the mat, crown of the head moving towards the back of the mat. So lots of length. Smooth inhale in. Long breath out. Now big breath into the belly. Long exhale. And then when you feel ready, starting to gently extend the legs. So the feet are as wide as the mat, extending the legs nice and long. Arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And just feel the whole back body ground as you take that big breath into the belly, big breath into the front body. Bones heavy, let everything settle on the out breath. And then again, big breath in. And you might even want to do a sigh out the mouth, long breath out. Closing the eyes. Just allowing the practice to imprint into the body, imprint into the mind, into the heart. Embracing the stillness after the movement, after the opening, after the strengthening. And not allowing the mind to run away, but keeping the awareness on the breath at the belly. However subtle, however soft. Now you can choose to stay in your Savasana for as long as you need, as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, yogis. Namaste.